You've had a few days to sort of contemplate things and reflect on the season and come to terms with the fact that Dundee will be playing in the Championship next season. How do you feel about things now?
Well, obviously there's still real disappointment there, and it's a disappointment that's not going to take a couple of days to go away. The players have been, hurting this week. The staff's been hurting. The whole club's been hurting. So it'll take us a couple of weeks to get over that. There's no doubt about that. But you've got to focus on the future. We know that we're going to be playing Championship football next year, and we'll focus on that.
And obviously, you yourself brought in a few players in January, quite a few players, but that takes a bit of time for things to gel. What do you put the problem down to this season as to why Dundee haven't seemed to have been able to get that run together to keep them in the Premiership?
We've not been consistent enough. It's as simple as that. I think so when I came in, obviously you analyse the squad that you've inherited, and then you make your decision what to change and what you think you need, and any manager's got to stand or fall by that. You've got to make sure that you pick the players that you think that you've got the best chance of getting the job done. And unfortunately for us, that we've not managed to show a consistency to that with that squad of players, and that's what's really let us down, because there has been a number of games where we should have won, and that's the kind of most galling thing, is there's been a number of games that have been there for us. It's not as if we have been totally detached in games and never had a chance of winning. So that's the sore point, but we need to take that in the chin, because we haven't been good enough in the key moments, and that's something that we need to improve upon.
How much is it, do you feel, a bigger problem for Dundee in the fact that, when you came in you had to bring in quite a few loan players, that sort of thing? How much do you feel there needs to be a shift in terms of, we see other clubs as well, where there needs to be players that are here for longer periods of time that can gel together and sort of bring that kind of heart back to the club?
Yeah, I think when you come into a club and you've got to make a lot of changes, then you are taking a big gamble, but that's what I felt we needed to do, and obviously continuity of players is far better having that, and making sure that it's a group that you've had together for a number of years, and or at least if you're making changes, you're making 2 and 3 at a time, whereas we had to bring in 11, and we moved on 14, and it's a massive overhaul, and that's why I say it's a bit of a gamble doing that. But you've got to stand by your judgment and what you think you need and what you think's required to try and get yourself out of the precarious situation that we were in. But we've not managed to do that, and that's my responsibility, and I take that on board, but if I had the chance to do it again, I would still make those changes, because I felt we didn't have enough to get the job done as it stood.
How much do you feel that you can be the person to take them forward and take them into the Championship and take Dundee back to the Premiership?
Well, you've got to back yourself, and in my managerial career so far, I've had success at every club that I've been at, so this is the first real low point in terms of not being managed to get the job done. But I've won the Championship before at Dunfermline, and it's a league I know, and I would back myself every day of the week to be allowed to continue on and try and get the job done.
There's obviously been a bit of speculation about your own future. Has John Nelm spoken to you about your role at the club?
No, I think it's natural that there's speculation, and John's been in America this week, for his annual meeting, that he goes every year at this time, to go and discuss how everything's went, not just at Dundee. Obviously they've got a lot of other business interests and things that they need to speak about, so he'll be back this week, and we'll sit down and chat more.
Tim Keys, have you had the chance to speak to him, or is that going to be after John's back as well?
No, I speak with John on a regular basis, so it's John that I speak to.
How do you approach these 2 games? January, you're looking maybe to bring in a few young players to almost kind of prepare for next season as well, maybe guys that will be here?
Well, we want to try and win the game first and foremost. We want to try, we've got professional pride that we're playing for now. That's what's left for us, and we want to try and break the run that we're on as well. But there will be a couple of the young lads like Callum Moore and Max Anderson who have signed new contracts. Callum's been involved with the first team for a number of months now, coming off the bench and made his debut against Aberdeen. Young Max Anderson will step up with the first team now as well, and they'll get a bit of game time before the end of the season.
What do you say to the fans? And obviously they were clearly unhappy last week. You want to show them some signs about the team going forward in these 2 games as well, or is that something that you'll have to wait longer term to do? No,
of course. Winning the game on Saturday isn't going to, all of a sudden keep the fans happy. I'm fully aware of that. We've not managed to get the job done. The supporters are upset, they're angry, and I totally understand that. That's what goes with the position of being the manager of the football club. So, as I say, I take that on the chin and I just try and bounce back. It's as simple as that. That's the way I'll try and operate. We've got, as I say, 2 games still to play for, and I want to try and make sure that we're winning those games.
What do you think needs to change here at Dundee to help them?
It's not the time to talk about that. Let's after the season.
Looking forward to next season, because you've got to prepare. You've talked about preparing for it from there. It's not going to be the easiest league, irrespective of what happens. You're going to have 3 from St Mirren, Dundee United, Inverness and Raya, Partick Thistle, Dunfermline and Morton, Arbroath and Alloa, and one of the others from that. But it's not going to be an easy league to get there.
No, it never is. I think you just need to look down the road and see how hard it's been for United to try and get out. And I think Ross County are the first team to come straight back up, I think, since Hibs. Hearts. And I think before that it might have been Hibs. So that tells you how difficult a league it is. The Championship is a tough league. And we know that how difficult it's going to be, but we're a big club, and it's up to us to show that, and make sure that we are getting into this next campaign and as strong as we possibly can.
There's only one guaranteed place to come up. You're left with this lottery playoff situation, which is heavily kind of weighted towards the Premiership side. That's something that obviously must bear on to the thought as well.
Yeah, it is. Best chance of going up is being champions, but I think it was proven last year as well that you can come up through the playoffs as well. When obviously Partick Thistle lost out and Livingston came up, so there's 2 spots available. That's the way you've got to look at it. But obviously, when you're the relegated team, you want to be coming straight back up as champions. You want to bounce back first time. But we're aware of how difficult a league is.
There's been various criticism put towards maybe yourself this particular week, some of which from your predecessor. Do you think that was appropriate for what was said?
Do you know, football's about opinions. It really is, and Neil's entitled to his opinion about the squad that he shaped. And I respect that opinion. I have my own thoughts, having worked with that group for 3 months. I've not got any beef with Neil whatsoever. I've always got on well with him. But the game's about opinions, and it's not about me having a go at him or his response back to me. The bottom line is that the squad hasn't been good enough. And that's something that I need to take on the chin. I chose to make the changes, and the changes that I made didn't quite work out, albeit you're shopping in a very difficult window in January.
When you look at the players that are contracted for next season, when you have guys like Kenny Miller coming out in the press and saying that he's determined to stay in and help Dundee get back up next season, that must give you a major boost knowing that you've got that experience there to build around.
Yeah, of course. I think like anything, experienced players, you always need experienced players, in your squad. It's about making sure that you have the right experience and obviously allied with the good younger players as well.
And do you feel, you were talking there about Callum Moore and Max Anderson stepping up next season, do you feel that there's a lot of youngsters going to be able to get that chance now that you're going down a division?
I wouldn't say there's a lot of youngsters, you know, there's 2 or 3, you know, so, and I think it's important that you don't place too much pressure on the younger lads as well. You know, they've got to get time to grow, make mistakes, you know, learn the game, you know, because in terms of game time, obviously they've not had a lot of that, so you've got to make sure that you're feeding them in at the right times and bringing them back out, you know, if it's, you know, in terms of how their experience is going.
So a few players back this week, I thought, we didn't have a full bench.
Yeah, we've got Nathan Ralph is back fit again. Andy Dales has done a day's training as well, so it's a wee bit better. Unfortunately for us, we've lost Craig Kern with a dead leg in his hamstring, so that's the rest of the long-term injuries.